Okay, so today we want to talk about the Anker Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro. That's a mouthful. But anyway, these are true wireless earbuds that are going to set you back around the $150. And in this video, I'm going to tell you pretty much everything that I think about them. The God of gods! So the first thing that struck me when I got this out of the box is the design of the true wireless earbuds. I really like the way that they look. They don't exactly look minimal, but they look very fancy. They look nice. I really like that. I like the fact that it's really easy to open. I like this little pebble open design that they have going for them. I like the fact that when you flip them open like so, they're basically ready to pair to your device, or they automatically connect to the last device that they were connected to, if that makes sense. Also, the earbud units by themselves look really good. Now, this is probably the part that makes these true wireless earbuds one of the best that I have seen in recent times. Now, there was a Turner E Pro that I reviewed sometime last year that had a similar design thing going for them. Basically, these are not touch sensitive, and they are not one of those earbuds that you put in your ear and then you have to press them in it to be able to use them. They cleverly have this really tiny button off to the side that you can use to control the true wireless earbuds. So play, pause, skip track, next track, and if you want to do volume control, you can actually do that too. Although I should point out, it's not as simple as just taking them out of your hair and just putting them in the case. You have to basically flip them upside down before they can fit in the case, and then they sit perfectly, which is fine, I guess. I mean, it will take some time getting used to that if you're coming from other true wireless earbuds, but it's not such a big deal. Moving away from the design, let's talk about the accessories that you get in the box. Basically, when you open up the box, very fancy packaging, and then you get this section that shows you the true wireless earbuds with this nylon materials telling you where to pull them up and open them and stuff. The earbuds are basically going to be in another section of the case outside of the pebble charging case. Yeah, you basically have to put them in to charge them, probably so the battery doesn't die or something, or get damaged by overcharging or something is why they did that. I'm not sure. But when you lift that entire section out of the box, you're going to get a section that gives you different sizes of ear tips and earbuds, if that makes sense. It's like a bunch of sizes. You have the small, the medium, the large, and all the in-betweens. You get ear fins as well for if you want to use this for sports and stuff. You can change the sizes so that it's a perfect fit for your ears. You're also going to get a cable that, it's really high quality USB-C cable that says powered by Anker or designed by Anker or something like that. Beyond that, you're also going to get some documentation. Now, it's a lot of documentation. You're going to get a manual, you're going to get a quick start guide, you're going to get all these service cards and all these things. It's like a whole pamphlet of books wrapped together. I didn't bother touching those because honestly there was just no point. Now, moving on from the design and the accessories that you get in the box, let's talk about the sound quality of this device. Now, this is one of the best sounding true wireless earbuds I have used, period. Now, that is regardless of the fact that these are going to cost you around $150 as at the time I'm making this video. $150 for true wireless earbuds is not cheap. In fact, I think this is one of the more expensive true wireless earbuds I have reviewed on the channel, and they're absolutely worth it. That's what I mean. The bass is there, like it's really bassy. You get a lot of bass with these true wireless earbuds, but the low mids and the vocals do not get muddy because of it. That is like top quality, top tier stuff. Moving on to the high end, like the treble, you're going to get a lot of clarity. Like the true wireless earbuds are super clear when you're listening to piano, you're listening to vocals, whatever it is. The high end is super clear, but it's not so clear that the sibilance now becomes piercing or painful. You're not going to get any annoying sounds with the IATs, and the S's and the T's are not going to pierce in your ears, and I think that is just fantastic. The fact that you can take the volume up as much as you want and you never have to worry about that is fantastic. Speaking a little bit more about the sound quality, let's talk about the mobile application that comes with this earbuds. There's a Soundcore mobile application that basically connects on your phone, and then you can do a bunch of stuff with these earbuds. For example, when you connect them, they can tell you the battery life on the individual earbuds on the app, so you can see it physically, and that is actually really useful, especially because these true wireless earbuds can be used separately, so you can use one and forget about the other, or use the other one, and so on and so forth. Of course, they automatically connect to each other if that's what you want to do, but you can use them independent of each other. Now, in this app, they also go a step further by giving you a section where you can control what the true wireless earbuds buttons do. For example, you can change whether double tapping is going to skip track, next track, or if it's going to help you control the volume, or holding it down for a second is what you want to use to control volumes or start your Google Assistant. And each earbud is independent of each other in this functionality. So when you want to change what the earbuds do with these buttons, you can very, very easily do that. That is super convenient. In fact, I think this is the first earbuds that have given me the opportunity to do that, and I absolutely appreciate it. Also in the app, there's another section of the app where you can change the EQ situation of the earbuds. So if you don't like how they sound out of the box, which I wouldn't know why anyone would want to change that, they sound fantastic with the preset, but you get a bunch of different EQ settings that you can use that are saved up there inside the earbuds. Now, another thing to note about this is the fact that on the box for the earbuds, it says this were recommended by 10 Grammy-winning audio producers, and there's a section of the app that basically gives you the sound profiles that each of these Grammy-winning audio producers have made for their personal use and consumption with the Liberty 2 Pro. So if you want to listen to music the way some certain people that you respect or like in the music industry actually listen to music, you can very easily just use their presets and run with that. That's super convenient. Now, moving on to the microphone on this earbuds, they have the CVC noise cancelling technology, which are supposed to help you when you're on phone calls or something in public places like the subway and stuff. And they actually work pretty well, just like noise cancellation. I'm somebody who absolutely hates noise cancellation on microphones. In fact, if you record with a decent microphone and maybe you forgot to turn off the air conditioning and you want to remove that arm later, and you get into like Adobe Audition or your DAW and you apply active noise cancelling, in my opinion, you're basically just destroying the audio. So of course, when you're in public and it's a noisy area and you're trying to take phone calls, the person on the other hand can hear you, but there is just that little teeny sound that just ruins the audio for me, and I absolutely don't like it. So it's always going to be better to take your phone calls and stuff in quiet environments, but of course that's not always going to be an option. So the fact that the Qualcomm CVC noise cancelling technology exists in these earbuds is going to be very useful for a lot of people. Now, moving on to the battery life of this earbuds. Anker claims that you're going to get around 8 hours with the individual earbuds. That's a 4-time charge, and in my personal usage, I didn't get more than around 5 hours to 5 hours 30 minutes max. So I'm not sure what volume levels they're expecting you to be using this earbuds at to get 8 hours, maybe really low. But at medium volume, somewhere around 50 to 60%, I was getting around 5 hours to 5 hours 30 minutes max on this earbuds, and that's not bad at all. So the 32-hour claim is probably going to run you somewhere around 28, 25 hours, low-key. But yeah, that's still really impressive in my opinion. Now, speaking a little more about the battery life, one of the convenient things about this earbuds, aside the fact that it's a USB-C, is the fact that when I get back into the house after going out for a long day using my earbuds, I can very easily just drop them on a wireless charger and they charge. Like, this is super convenient because I have a bunch of wireless chargers around the house, in the living room, in the office, in the bedroom, everywhere. So the fact that I don't have to start looking for a cable and fiddling and trying to, plug my earbuds in the same way I'm going to have to do with so many other devices is super convenient. I can just drop this on a QI wireless charger and it charges up before you know it. Just a couple of hours and it's done. It's completely fully charged, and then you can grab it on your way out the next morning and it's another day going. That, in my opinion, is fantastic. Now, as far as the comfort for these earbuds when I'm wearing them, what I noticed is that as long as you get the right size ear tips and ear fins and you put them in, they're going to be super convenient and they're not going to give you any problems. The issue is going to arise if you get the wrong size or you wear them the wrong way. Now, you have to put them in and then give them a little bit of a twist so that they can stay in place, and that is exactly how you're supposed to wear them. They do stick out a little bit, but it's nothing that's too ridiculous or too much. It's just exactly comfortable. The comfort is fantastic. Yes, if you're using this for 6-7 hours straight, at some point you're going to get some listening fatigue, and that is normal with almost every earbud, honestly. But it's not one of those earbuds that basically you have to push the rubber thing into your ear, and then some people just don't like that. It's uncomfortable for them. This is fantastic, and it literally just sits there and it's very, very convenient. So what is my verdict with these earbuds? These are one of the better true wireless earbuds that I've used in recent times. In fact, in all of the times. I really, really like these earbuds. If I was going to rank them among all the earbuds that I've used, I'd probably say these are the best ones till date. top 3 earbuds, and they're not number 2 or number 3. So it's probably going to be the Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro as my number 1. My number 2 is probably going to be the Anker G1 Pro, and my number 3 is probably going to be the Treblab X5. I love those earbuds. Anyways, that's my review of the Anker Liberty 2 Pro. If you'd like to buy them, there's going to be a link in the description for you to check them out. They're fantastic, and yes, I understand that they're over $100. That's around $150. They might be expensive for some people, but trust me, the money is worth it, and it's super convenient. The extra features that they give you, and the mobile app just changes the game for me. I think that's where everything changes. The fact that you can choose what your earbuds buttons do for the controls is fantastic. If you're somebody who usually reaches for your phone every time to change volumes and stuff, you can just make the earbuds do that. If you prefer to next track, skip track, previous track, whatever, you can do that. If you prefer to use your Google Assistant or Siri or whatever with your earbuds, you can just do that. Like, it's super convenient that you can do that with these earbuds. In any case, that was my review of the Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro from Anker. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will see you on another video that was shot by Kagan. Peace.